Welcome back. Families with children who have cleft lips or palates are opposing plans to move surgery services from the Royal Hospital for Sick Children in Edinburgh to Glasgow. They're concerned that the needs of their children may not be met under the new proposals. But NHS Scotland says the move will improve the standard of care delivered. Marelle Wilson has been meeting 3-year-old Millie Bow and her family.
3-year-old Millie Bow loves to smile. But behind this little girl's grin was a life-changing surgery to repair her cleft lip, which took place when she was just a baby.
So this is Millie Bow at 3 months old before surgery, and this is her at 4 months old after surgery, and you can see the difference is quite remarkable. She will need further surgery when she's about 7 to 9 years old to repair the notch in the gum with a bone graft from the hip. And it was quite daunting at first to realise that, you know, it is classed as a facial deformity, which is quite an extreme term, and it's very scary to be told that your daughter will be born with a facial deformity.
The McLennan family have credited the team at the Royal Hospital for Sick Children in Edinburgh for helping them through Millie Bow's treatment. But under new NHS proposals, cleft surgery services across Scotland could be centralised to Glasgow, and parents are concerned about the impact this could have.
I feel, and I'm worried, that if they move the services over to Glasgow, there's going to be a disjointed structure and it won't work as well as it does in Edinburgh. Our children get the appropriate care in the best facility available, and so I see no need to move a service that works perfectly well over to Glasgow.
An online petition against the proposals has gained over 3,000 signatures, and charity CLAPA also oppose the plans. In a statement, CLAPA said at the options appraisal in October they voted for the surgical service to be delivered on 2 sites because of a lack of evidence to show that the existing structure wasn't working. They went on to say they will support consultation with all members in the cleft community and continue to seek more information on the rationale for change.
Well, we see the view that actually having a small team, and we only have 3 surgeons who specialise in cleft surgery in Scotland, getting them to work together so they can actually work together and make sure that we actually have a single form of care.
A public consultation period will now take place to ensure that the concerns of families are heard. But if the proposals do go ahead, the Royal Hospital for Children here in Glasgow could become the new home to all cleft surgeries for children in Scotland.
Well, our reporter Marelle Wilson joins me now in the studio to tell us more. Marelle, you mentioned the public consultation stage in your report there. Can you tell me more about that?
Yes, Joanne. Well, people are now being asked to come forward and have their say on what they think about the proposals. So that could be families who have children with cleft lips and palates, or just anyone who's concerned about it. Both the NHS and the charity CLAPA, who we heard from in the report there, that's the Cleft Lip and Palate Association, they're urging people to come forward, have their say, and there's several ways that people can do that. They can either email into the NHS services their thoughts and concerns, or they can post information in, or they can go along to one of the public meetings which are taking place throughout the month of March. Now, those public meetings are taking place in Perth, in Edinburgh and Glasgow, so people will be able to come along, have their say, speak to the experts, find out the answers to any concerns or issues that they might have. And if people want to find out more, then they can read the public consultation document on the National Services website. But the date to bear in mind would be the 1st of May, because that's the deadline by which people have to have their concerns submitted by.
And you spoke to Millie Bow and her mum Dana. What other concerns have you heard about?
Well, I've spoken to several families, and this isn't the case in the McLennan family's case, but some families are worried about the travel time. They'll now have to travel through to Glasgow rather than just to Edinburgh. So for some families that could be quite difficult, because the surgery isn't just going to take place in one day. They might have to stay over for a couple of days. So it's quite worrying for them, because it's an additional cost and a potentially an additional stress as well to have to travel through. Another concern that the McLennan family and several other families have is that they already have a great relationship with the surgical team in Edinburgh, and they're worried that if their children are being treated by a different doctor in Glasgow, that the kids will be unfamiliar with the doctor who's treating them. It will be a bit strange to them, and they're just worried that it will be a bit of a disjointed structure and they won't know them very well. Although the NHS have said that if a family already have a pre-existing good relationship with the doctor, then they will try and make sure that the further surgery that children may need later in life will be carried out by the same doctor.
Yeah, I mean, you can see this could be an unsettling time for the parents. I mean, why do the NHS want to do this in the first place?
Well, the NHS have several reasons of why they want to do this. We've spoken to them and they said that they want to centralise the surgical services because rather than having two teams working separately, they want the two teams to work together so that they can feed off each other's ideas and learn from each other's skills. The NHS has also said that it's just under 100 patients a year that are born in Scotland with cleft lips or palates, so that's only about 2 surgeries per week, so it doesn't affect a large area of the population. And there's a lot more to cleft care than just surgery. There's things like speech therapy and dental work and audiology, and all of these services will still continue to be carried out locally. It's just the surgery services that would move to Glasgow.
Okay, great. And just finally, Marelle, briefly, as you say, they've published the consultation document online. What more information do we need to know about that?
Well, the public consultation document outlines all the pros and cons, the potential downsides and things like that. So it's really important that people have a read of that. It also has a frequently asked questions list. So if people have any concerns, they want to find out more, they should have a little read of it and then they could find out.
Thank you, Marelle. Thanks very much for joining us. Finally, a project encouraging people to donate their unwanted clothing and accessories to charity has been launched in Glasgow. Outlander star Sam Heughan and model Eunice Olumide helped launch the Empty Shop as part of Zero Waste Scotland's Pass It On Week. We went along to find out what it's all about.
We're launching the Empty Shop, which is here for a whole week in the St Enoch Centre. What it's really about is part of our Pass It On Week, which is really getting people to think differently about how they consume products and fashion, and thinking more about reusing and donating things and sharing things. So the idea behind the Empty Shop is actually almost the reverse. We're asking people to bring things to the shop, to actually bring something, donate it, hang it on one of the hangers and walk away. And really at the end of the week, we'll have a full shop of clothes, full shop of bric-a-brac and all sorts of things that we could then donate to charity.
And it's just, a movement towards a circular system of recycling and reusing, and Scotland's, moving forward in its climate agenda. And I just think, that we have so much waste that this is a great opportunity to get involved and come along and do something towards the environment.
I'm putting my support behind this project because I just feel that if everyone does just that little bit to help preserve the environment, then we can definitely save the world and make it a better place for future generations. And it's such an easy thing. I think the concept of the shop is absolutely amazing.
I'm sure we all at home have got loads of unwanted clothing and accessories and shoes that sit in the back of the wardrobe, and there's quality materials out there. So come down to the Empty Shop, help us fill it up, and do your bit towards the environment.
I hope everyone will get involved in Zero Waste Scotland's project, and it's taking place between the 5th and the 13th right here at St Enoch Centre. So come down and get involved.
Looking ahead to tomorrow's programme at 10, and Grant Loughlin from Movie Juice will be here to give us his guide to the week's big movie releases, including the new Coen brothers movie Hail Caesar, starring George Clooney and Scarlett Johansson. We'll also be hearing from Scotland's own Gerard Butler about his latest action movie London Has Fallen.
It kind of it reminds you a bit of World War Z or 28 Days Later, or, it's like, you even have that kind of zombie movie feel. The city is cleared out and it's me and him, and we don't know who we can trust, who's watching, where we can go, and that led to something really exciting.
Is unaccounted for.
Remember, this is your news on STV, and you can get in touch with us if there's a story you think we should know about or an issue you want us to highlight. Contact any of our reporters by email, Facebook or Twitter. And that's it for the moment. Keep up to date on our website, stv.tv/news. But for now, from all of us here in the STV News team, do enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye for now.